Hey there, mystery lovers and aspiring writers. Welcome to The Murder School, your weekly dose of killer writing tips and tricks. I'm your host, Jackie Sharp, and no, I'm not here to teach you how to get away with murder in real life. We'll leave that to the experts. Instead, we're diving into the world of crafting captivating murder mysteries that will keep your readers up all night, turning pages and guessing who done it. Whether you're a seasoned author or just starting out, The Murder School is here to help you sharpen your skills and unlock the secrets to writing a masterful mystery. Each week we'll explore different aspects of the craft, from creating complex characters and clever clues to building suspense and nailing that shocking plot twist. We'll also delve into the nitty-gritty of self-publishing, sharing tips and strategies for getting your murder mystery out into the world and into the hands of eager readers. So grab your notebook, your favourite writing snack, and maybe a magnifying glass for good measure, and join me every Monday for a new lesson at The Murder School. Together, we'll unravel the mysteries of writing a killer story. And remember, the only thing we're murdering here is writer's block. Welcome to today's episode, which is the first of two parts about the art of creating a plot twist for your murder mystery, or psychological thriller, or whatever is your subgenre of choice. Plot twists should leave your readers gasping in surprise. "I never saw that coming" is the reaction you should be looking for. Essentially, a plot twist is an unexpected turn of events that catches the reader off guard and changes their perception of the story. Think of it like a magician's sleight of hand. You think you know what's happening, but then bam, the rug is pulled out from under you and you're left reeling. They thought your story would end in one way, but it doesn't. They thought they knew the killer's identity, but it's someone else. They thought they understood the protagonist's motive or secret, but it turns out to be something completely different. The technique is perfected when the reader is first blown away by this unexpected twist, but then when they think about it, they realise that you have been dropping hints and clues all along. Incorporating plot twists that are authentic and compelling is one of the reasons that I believe that crime fiction writing is 70% technical and 30% intuitive. So let's get on with the 70% of the craft that will thrill your readers. Now, there are countless ways to incorporate plot twists into your crime fiction, but let's focus on a few tried and true techniques, and next week we'll continue. First up is the red herring. This is a classic for a reason. A red herring is a misleading clue that diverts attention away from the real culprit or solution. It's like a shiny object that distracts the reader and often the protagonist from the truth. For example, you might have a suspect with a strong motive and no alibi, making them the prime focus of the investigation. But later, it's revealed that they were being framed by the real culprit all along. The key to a successful red herring is to make it believable. The misleading clue should fit seamlessly into the story and not feel like a cheap trick. Weave it into the narrative, drop subtle hints, and let the reader come to their own conclusions before you pull the rug out from under them. The unreliable narrator is a personal favourite. An unreliable narrator is a storyteller whose credibility is compromised, causing the reader to question the accuracy of the entire narrative. Imagine reading a crime novel where the detective is guiding you through the investigation, only to discover at the end that they were the killer all along. Talk about a mind-bending twist. To pull off an unreliable narrator, you need to establish trust early on. Let the reader believe they're in good hands, following a competent and trustworthy guide. Then slowly seed doubt throughout the story. Perhaps the narrator contradicts themselves, or their actions don't align with their words. The reveal should be a shocking aha moment that forces the reader to reevaluate everything they thought they knew. Sometimes the best plot twists are the ones that hide in plain sight. A surprise revelation is an unexpected plot development that changes the reader's understanding of the story. It could be a secret from a character's past, a hidden motive, or a shocking connection between seemingly unrelated events. For instance, imagine a wealthy businessman is found dead, and the investigation points to a professional hit. But as the detective digs deeper, they discover that the victim had been diagnosed with a terminal illness and, unable to face a slow death, hired the hitman himself. Suddenly, the entire case takes on a new meaning. To craft a compelling surprise revelation, plant the seeds early in the story. Leave breadcrumbs for the reader to follow, but don't make the path too obvious. The revelation should feel earned, not forced, and should recontextualize key events in the narrative. Betrayal is a powerful tool in crime fiction. There's something inherently gripping about a trusted character revealing their true colours and turning against the protagonist. It could be a partner, a mentor, a lover, anyone the main character relies on and confides in. Picture this: a detective's longtime partner, who's been by their side through thick and thin, is revealed to be working with the criminals. They've been leaking information, tampering with evidence, and steering the investigation away from the truth. The sense of betrayal is palpable, and the story takes on a whole new level of intensity. To make a betrayal plot twist effective, establish the relationship between the characters early on, show their bond, their trust, their history together. This way, when the betrayal happens, it hits the reader like a punch to the gut. The fallout should be messy, emotional, and have lasting consequences for the characters involved. The classic locked room mystery is a staple of crime fiction, and for good reason. The premise is simple. A crime is committed in a seemingly impossible situation, often with no apparent means of entry or exit. It could be a locked room, a deserted island, or any other confined space. The beauty of the locked room mystery is that it presents a puzzle for both the protagonist and the reader to solve. How did the killer get in and out? What clever trick did they use to commit the crime? The plot twist comes when the solution is finally revealed, often in a way that's both surprising and ingenious. To create a satisfying locked room mystery, play fair with the reader. Provide all the necessary clues and information, but present them in a way that's not immediately obvious. The solution should be clever enough to impress, but not so convoluted that it feels like a cheat. But here's a heads up. The locked room mystery is not for the faint-hearted. It takes a lot of work to get it right. You have been warned. Moving on, who doesn't love a good evil twin story? This plot twist hinges on the idea that a character's identical twin is the true culprit behind the crime. It's a way to create instant drama and conflict, as well as explore themes of identity and duality. Imagine a suspect who has a solid alibi for the time of the murder, but then the detective discovers that they have an estranged identical twin with a criminal record. Suddenly, everything falls into place. The evil twin committed the crime, knowing that their sibling would be the perfect scapegoat. To make an evil twin plot twist work, establish the twins' existence early on, even if they don't appear in the story right away. Plant hints and clues that suggest there's more to the suspect than meets the eye. When the reveal happens, it should be both surprising and satisfying, tying together loose ends and answering lingering questions. Sometimes the greatest plot twists involve not just one character, but a whole group of them. A conspiracy plot twist reveals that multiple characters are working together to commit or cover up a crime. It could be a group of corrupt cops, a secret society, or even a government agency. For example, imagine a detective investigating a series of seemingly unrelated crimes only to discover a pattern. It turns out that a group of powerful individuals, politicians, judges, businessmen, are working together to protect a criminal mastermind, manipulating evidence and steering investigations away from the truth. To pull off a conspiracy plot twist, lay the groundwork early. Introduce the various players, hint at their connections and motivations, and slowly build the sense that something isn't quite right. The reveal should be a holy crap moment that recontextualizes everything that's come before and sets the stage for a thrilling conclusion. Finally, for this week anyway, let's talk about the invisible villain. This is a plot twist where the true mastermind behind the crimes remains unknown until the very end. They're the puppet master pulling the strings, the shadowy figure lurking in the background. Imagine a detective who's been taunted by a criminal mastermind throughout the entire story, always one step behind. The mastermind's identity remains a mystery until the climax of the novel, when it's revealed to be someone the detective never suspected, a seemingly unimportant background character who's been manipulating events all along. To make an invisible villain plot twist effective, plant subtle clues throughout the story. The villain's actions should have a consistent pattern or signature, even if their identity remains a mystery. When the reveal happens, it should feel both surprising and inevitable, like the final piece of a puzzle clicking into place. Whew, that was a lot of information. But don't worry, mastering the art of plot twists takes time and practice. The key is to keep your readers on their toes, to make them question everything they thought they knew, and most importantly, have fun with it. Crime fiction is all about the thrill of the unexpected, so embrace the twists and turns and let your imagination run wild. That's all for now. Stay tuned for part 2 next Monday, where we'll dive even deeper into the world of plot twists and explore some more advanced techniques to keep your readers guessing until the very last page. But before you go, check out the show notes page on the blog. You'll find it at jackiesharpauthor.com/blog. And at the end, you'll see that I have a set of digital plot twist flashcards for easy reference when you are plotting your novel or planning a series. They are completely free. So tune in next week. Happy murdering, I mean writing. All right, my fellow mystery mavens, that's a wrap on today's episode of The Murder School. I hope you've picked up some valuable tips and tricks for crafting your own killer stories. Remember, the key to writing a gripping murder mystery is to keep your readers guessing until the very end. Before we close the book on this episode, I want to remind you to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a lesson. And hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to give us a like and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out and ensures that you'll be the first to know when a new lesson drops. Until next time, keep writing, keep reading, and keep 'em guessing. This is Jackie Sharp, signing off from the Murder School. Remember, the only good murder is a well-written one.